What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are here on the next job with the 313. It's been a crazy week and a half. We've had some really bad storms come through, and my schedule has gotten moved around a little bit. But what we got on this job is it ain't gonna be nothing but digging stumps, and I'm dreading it. The only good thing about it is it's rained a good bit, so maybe they'll come out of the ground a little easier, but who knows? Y'all know how digging stumps go, so it's probably gonna be, I don't know, I'll try to make it entertaining. I don't know how I can make digging stumps entertaining, but problem I got now is I called 811 last week, a week ago from today actually, and they marked the wrong property. They marked dude's property over there. I don't guess they seen my excavator sitting here, and clearly you tell them what you're doing and it says on the ticket digging stumps, and you marked the wrong property. So anyway, I'll get that straightened out, but I am going to dig something today. I'm just going to stay away from the road, and that's just how it is, I guess. I don't know. So I'm gonna get this thing fueled up and greased up, and we're gonna start digging. All right, first stump of the day. I figure I'm gonna get Rooks or him or one of his guys come over here and with his new ride and haul these off for me. That is Rooks. I really hope these come out of the ground pretty easy. I'm pretty sure they're not. I was going to burn them, but I got to thinking about it and I was like, you know, it's probably going to be really hard to burn with no brush and stuff to get the fire going first. Now he's got that bigger debris truck. I was gonna haul them in the my little dump truck, but it don't have a barn style gate on it, and if I get anything hung up in it, I really won't have nothing to get it out with at my place. So it all kind of worked out there. And plus he owes me anyway for going up there with him to get the truck. Gosh almighty. Try not to dig around this one too much. I don't know where the utilities are. They shouldn't be nothing up this far from the road, but you never know. I'm really pissed that they marked the wrong location. I mean, I don't understand. I don't get it, Big Dan. This soil is over here. It looks like it's going to be, it's going to have a lot of clay in it. just to see what it was going to do, and it moved a lot, and I was like, oh, okay, well, they're going to come out pretty easy. But now it don't look like the rain has helped me at all, really. Also sitting downhill, and that ain't really helping nothing. Okay, first stump is out. Now we got a little bit of red dirt up under it. Not really a whole lot. What I'll do is I'll just haul everything back to my place. Luckily it's not that far. I'll haul it back to my place and we'll burn it with all the other stuff. I don't yet know if I'm gonna bring the dozer over here or not to clean everything up. I don't know their plans. They may can do all that themselves. I can't remember what he had said, but they said they had cut them off a little bit higher, but I don't think it's going to help a whole lot. Track's turning around here. I should have already had this job done. I was wanting to get this done. Today's Friday. I was wanting to have this done by this past Tuesday, but like I said, the storms come through and it's been raining. It's rained every day this week pretty much except today. So that's just how it's worked out. Yeah, this stuff's gonna be. Come on, come on, come on. If it'll all come out like that, it'd be alright. That's a decent stump, really. I don't know how long these trees have been cut. I quoted this job back, shoot, several months ago, I think. Yeah, that's getting down in old gray clay. Burn them back in the back corner back there, but really I'm not crazy about burning in these little subdivisions like this, even though it is out in the county. You got nice houses all around here. I'm not really that far away from them to really be burning anything like I really need to. I'm sure the neighbors really won't appreciate it either. So yeah, this is going to be probably not going to be that enjoyable, really. I think there's about 35 stumps in here. What I counted, I believe. All of them's hardwood. I think most of them's going to be white oak or red oak. not sure what they did with the logs. I think they actually sold the logs. I can't remember what he said they done with the timber off of it. Really, the only way it'd been any value is it is white or red oak. Still, they're not. None of them was just really big. There's a couple up on the hill that are decent size, but nothing, you know. I don't know, they might have done, I think they've done some of the work themselves. I think that's why maybe they're not worried about how it looks right now. That looks like a hickory right there. Be interesting to see how many I get in the breed truck. I hope I can get them all in one load, but I don't know. Like an old hickory stump there. Make it look as neat as I can anyway with the excavator. I ain't gonna spend a whole lot of time on it because ain't no sense in spending a whole lot of time with the excavator if I can just get the dozer over here and run it up and down it pretty quick, be done with it. The dozer can't really do nothing right now with this machine tied up. On the next job, y'all should like it. Gonna be a challenge, but it's gonna be something different. Alright, let's make our way up the hill. So I think this is about the biggest stump. Well, no, this is one of the biggest stumps out here. It looks like white oak or a post oak, which is family of the white oak. There's too many daggum oak trees. You got red oak, post oak, pin oak, water oak, live oak, laurel oak, willow oak, chestnut oak, shrimp gumbo, shrimp stew, shrimp salad. Too easy. I had to cut around it a whole lot easier. Good thing is the roots. Roots are breaking off pretty easy. And now somebody wants to call me. Alright. Wanting to come. wiggling. I seen her wiggle. Got these stumps to burn without a good hot fire to start with. So I was going to dig a pit. Alright, I won't have to go to the back side of it, I guess. I was going to dig a pit and burn them in it, and they told me that I can burn right up here in this back corner, but that's just way too close to that house. I know some people don't understand, you know, what kind of fire it takes to burn something like that. He said they did burn all the brush tops and stuff out here, though. I know that was a lot to burn, because there'd have been a lot in these treetops. Holding it right there. Yep. Wasn't much holding it, but it was enough. Guess I'm gonna have a lot of dirt on it. What I'll probably do is just roll them out for right now and let them dry. Try to knock the dirt off of them in a day or two. Make sure I ain't tail swing into it. Boy, it has been hot and humid. I was soaking wet just standing there waiting for the machine to get some fuel put in it. That's a pretty good stump there. Old Rookie's debris truck might not like that one. I'm just going to be happy to finally use some of his stuff for my job instead of the other way around. I know people's going to be telling me I need a ripper, and yeah, it'd probably be alright for this job, but I just don't do it enough to justify getting that right now. I'm like old Captain Kleeman. I like Captain Kleeman. He seems like a really good dude. He's one of them guys. Be fun just to be around, you know. Sure, Most of y'all know who he is. But he's got that saying, just rung what you brung. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rung what I brung. Stumps in that one. That's terrific. Really didn't want that one to be a big hole because there is a communication line back there, but it should run across the back of the, he said it runs across the back of the property. She no work. Boy, that's some thick dirt up here. Man. These would have shortened up, been tough. These trees were freshly cut. I think they've been cut for probably over a year now. I'm gonna have to get around here to the other side. Well, y'all may not believe this, but this right here is the last stump. I can't believe it. Just dug about 40 stumps in the past 2 hours. Yeah, we're right at 2 hours. Actually, a little bit less. Some of them were a pain in the butt to come out. Some of them come up pretty good, like this one right here. I cut a little bit around it and I just turned the camera on it. She popped out of the ground. So that is terrific. I was expecting this job to take at least a good full day, day and a half. Of course, now I still got to haul them off. But I am tickled. And I talked to the neighbor over here, pretty good dude. He come out and told me what the, because he was here when they marked his yard for the utilities, and he told them, like, hey guys, you know, this is the wrong property, it's right over there. I'm the one that sold that lot to my buddy. They're about to dig those stumps. I don't know why they went ahead and marked his property when he's clearly told them, like, hey, you got the wrong property. But they did tell him, you know, where there was no utilities over here. I just don't think they had really anything to mark. Everything runs on the back side of the property, which is not actually on this property. So that is the last stump. No, wait. I got one more way back up in there in that back corner, but I need to go talk to him and make sure that's not on him. Which, if it is, I'm probably gonna dig it for him anyway, just because he was nice and helpful with the whole situation. So, one more. All right, well, it's the next day. I got the debris truck here. Rook is out of town, so I just stole his truck. I'm gonna see how he likes it when people run off with his brand new equipment. So I'm going to get that thing fired up and outriggers out and get on there and see if I can make a mess. I just threw all the stumps down here kind of closer to the truck, trying to get the dirt off of them. I was hoping they would dry out some till I got over here today, but they are still just kind of real sticky. So I'm going to take it easy with this crane and see what it can do. Not just get real crazy right off the bat, but I'm thinking maybe 2-3 loads, maybe. Hell, maybe more than that, I don't know, because some of them stumps are pretty big. Y'all, I'm doing a little bit better at it. Still a slow go, but of course now it wants to start raining. Never fails. But I'm gonna jump in this thing and get these stumps laid out a little bit better, so I don't have to sit there and fight with them. I really don't want to get mud all in the saw. It's not what it's made for, but I'm gonna get these laid out a little bit better. And then that first one I picked up was a little hairy. Y'all probably couldn't tell, but that truck was leaning pretty good. I'm sure the outriggers are kind of sinking in the ground, so some of these stumps I may have to load on a different trailer or something. I don't know yet. All right, I'm gonna go unload that. I can't put any more in there because I can't get my boom low enough. It could hold several more, but there's no sense in overdoing it. I'm not that far from the house, so probably 2 more loads anyway. So let's go get these unloaded, see what the weather's gonna do. Looks like a bad storm's on its way again. There's the first load unloaded. I was gonna count, but I forgot how many I got. I'll count them. But anyway, that's all I'm gonna be able to do today because there is a storm about to be here, and I guess I just need to shut it down for the day and go inside and rest and finish this job up tomorrow and be able to hit next week hard. So we shall see. All right, y'all, that's gonna be load number 2. I left me a spot open in the front, that way I can get this boom all the way at least flush with the top of the bed. That way I know for sure I'm not gonna hit any power lines, because I did graze one on the way home yesterday. I don't know about these bigger stumps. I don't think this thing's gonna be able to pick those up, but we shall see. I know it'll pick it up and pick it up fine if I can just get them, or the closer I am to the truck. But we'll see. I'll start with that one when I come back. I may try to get some more dirt off of them. All right, so I just got back and got that load unloaded. Pretty little pile of stumps right there. What I'll do is when I get everything here, I'll take the skid steer and just push them out of the way back there, because I didn't want to back the truck down and that kind of stuff, because it's pretty soft, and I didn't want the outriggers to keep sinking down. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna tow Rook I was just going to use the dump trailer for the bigger logs, and that way I can, or the bigger stumps, and I can set them in there with the excavator. That way I'm more comfortable with it. And last thing I want to do is tear something up of his, because I will never ever hear the end of it. It's okay for him to tear my stuff up, but if I tear his stuff up, you know, I'm not going to owe him for life, you know, like I already do anyway. There's no telling what the consequences will be for me using his truck while he's been gone. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna unload the Avant. Luckily the key's in it. I'm gonna hook up to the dump trailer and go get the rest of the stumps. May take a couple extra trips, but that's okay. I'd rather do it that way, play it safe. so I got, all I wanted to put in there is 3 of them. That was 3 of the biggest ones anyway. Maybe one more big one left, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 more stumps left, so maybe 2 more loads. But yeah, I'll see how well that does. Those stumps right there is pretty salty. But that's okay as long as I ain't overdoing it. Truck's quite a little bit, but this truck's got airbags on it, so it'll level on up. So let's head down the road and be back for more. Y'all, this load right here was a little heavy. It was bad tongue heavy, but at the same time it is a bumper pull, so I'm not really fond of bumper pull trailers for kind of what I do anyway, but especially hauling heavier equipment. But Rook likes them because they're easier to get in and out. Well, get this door open. So I have been struggling to get this load out because I got too close to this pile and I couldn't open the door. My four-wheel drive linkage has come loose from the transmission, so I went to put it in four-wheel drive to pull up and realized that my daggum linkage just fell off, so I had to crawl up under there and put it in four-wheel drive. So I still couldn't pull forward, so I went and got the skid steer to move that stump out of my way to get this door to open all the way, so maybe now we can dump this stuff out. Y'all, well, that dumped pretty good, besides the fact that I had to get Rook's truck to hook to me and pull me out. I tried it with a skid steer, but that wasn't enough to even get me out. That trailer just sunk up in all that real soft wood chips and stuff, but we got them out anyway, so I'm gonna put that thing back in 2-wheel drive and let's go get another load. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the last 3 stumps right there. Those are going to be a little bit heavy, but that's going to be it on this one. It went very well, actually. I was really dreading digging them, but luckily they came out of the ground pretty good. So I think I had like 2 hours getting them out of the ground, maybe. So worst part about it was hauling them off, but luckily I had the stuff that I could haul them off, because burning them would have been probably impossible. I mean, I could have got them burned, but it would have taken days and a lot of waiting around. So I'll tell you my opinions of the big truck in just a little bit. Let me get to the house and get this dumped. All right, so I'm gonna give my little take on this truck, kind of what I like about it, what I don't like about it. I know a lot of guys said, you know, about unloading it with a crane, it'd be better if it dumped and this and that. Yeah, it would be. But time you look at putting that crane on the front of this truck or on the front of the bed, because that's where I would have to be to make this bed dump, you're going to lose a lot of capacity doing that, because I don't think they have a truck with a frame that long that you could put the crane in front of it and then keep the same bed on it. I'm not sure, but anyway, for Rooks application, this truck is better set up this way. He can haul more, and plus his problem now is whenever they come and dump stuff over there, I either have to do it or they got to spend extra time piling stuff up, and that's just extra time for them in the long run. Whereas with this thing, they can back up to it, set everything on the burn pile, and it's done. It's a one and done type situation. So for his application, this truck is set up better that way instead of just being an end dump. For me, I would want something that dumps, because you can see there I'm going to be doing stumps and stuff like that. If I was just doing debris, yeah, this will be fine for me too, but y'all know I do more of the stumping and, you know, that type stuff. So for me, I would need something that dumps. My dump truck, I need to put, of course that truck is so small, it would have taken several loads with it, but I do need to put a barn door style, what am I trying to say here, the tailgate on it, so stuff don't get hung in it. But anyway, a good operator on this thing can have this truck unloaded in a matter of minutes. It's not as bad as y'all think it may be unloading it. You can definitely unload it faster you can load it. One drawback to it, I think, is the outriggers don't come out far enough. I almost don't think that this crane can pick up enough weight if you're sitting on level ground to turn this truck over if you have your outriggers down. I know it's going to flex a little bit, but it's going to take a lot more to really turn this truck over than what appears. But it would feel safer, I think, to have outriggers kind of in the center of the truck, or have these actually come out a little bit further. But you know, I was keeping those stumps pretty close, and those stumps are not light. Y'all know, you get mud and stuff on them, those stumps are not going to be light. And like I said, Rook is going to be doing mostly just clean stuff, you know, logs and treetop stuff like that. So he can do stuff like that, and plus he's got that saw head on there, which a saw head for him is ideal, because y'all see the tree mech there, he's got this is set up for a tree guy, not a land clearing type guy like me. But this truck is awesome. Like, this truck is it's the cat's meow, you know. It's very nice to drive. Somebody was asking or saying something about, you know, a automatic in these trucks. An automatic in these trucks is very impressive. They've got that stuff figured out nowadays. This truck is stupid strong. It could probably run 90 miles an hour if you took the governor off of it, and no problem at all. Like I said, I had it loaded down with as many stumps as I felt comfortable doing anyway, and you know, you could barely tell they was even in there. This truck could have handled a lot more than what I put in it, but you know, I just didn't want to overdo it and get something in there too big for that crane, whatever. But, and some of you may say, well, why didn't you just load the truck with the excavator? Well, this truck is tall. It's hard to put in perspective how tall this truck is unless you're standing up next to it. It would have been very difficult to reach over that thing with the excavator. I could have done it, yeah, but I wasn't going to drop stuff. I wasn't just going to drop stuff up high in this brand new truck. If it was my truck and Rookie was doing it, yeah, he would have picked it up just as high as he could and dropped it. But no, I just didn't want to take a chance on breaking something or whatever, and I didn't want to put bigger stumps in there that the crane couldn't have got out, because that's why I went ahead and just finished it off with a dump trailer, because some of them I don't think that crane would have picked up. So that's my take on the truck. For a tree guy, this is one hell of a setup, you know, minus the dumping part. I said, a good operator on this crane, he can get some work done. The more time I spent on it, the more it was really coming to me. So no, half a day on this thing and somebody can have it figured out. But for me, I would need a truck that end dumps, and probably not as tall. But it is sweet having a 50 yard. This thing's a 50 yard capacity. The only drawback to that is you got to make sure that you got to leave some room in the front so you can set that saw head low enough that your boom isn't sticking above your bed rails, because the top of that seat, the highest point on the truck is like 13 foot 2 inches. So that's how tall it is, completely empty. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed that. You know, it was fun for me. I'm glad Rook let me use his truck. I was going to use it anyway, but just for you know, he can't come back and say, well, you don't ask me to use my stuff. Yeah, I ask you. I'm going to use it anyway, but I'm going to at least ask you because you don't ever ask me. But anyway, I'm fortunate, you know, he had something like this that I could use, and it was fun to use. The whole deal with me going and helping him get the truck or whatever is I called him the other day, and I know I'm sitting here rambling, but it's okay. I called him the other day and I said, hey Rook, I got a stumping job coming up. I'd rather just haul the stuff off. Let me rent a dump trailer from you, because if I pay him for his stuff and something happens, he can't come back and say, well, you always break my stuff. It's like, no, I pay for your stuff. But I asked him, I said, let me rent a dump trailer from you in the evenings or whatever, and I'll haul those things off. He said, well, why don't you give me 2 days and I'll have the debris truck home and we can just use that. And I said, well, you know what, I tell you what, I'll just go with you, because I couldn't do nothing still waiting on 811, even though they marked the wrong house. But I said, well, I'll just go with you. So that's how that come about. That's why I went up there and helped him drive it home. So anyway, I'm going to shut my mouth. I got to go jump in my truck now and go pick up the 313, move it to the next job. Y'all should really like it, depending on the situation when I get there. I'll either do that job or I'll do some work and then I'll go to another job and then I'll come back. So I don't know which video is going to be next, so you might really like it, you might not. But anyway, I got an exciting project coming up, so y'all keep your eyes open. I'll see you later.